What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda news roundup. Connor was here this morning, but I've dug a little bit deeper into some of these stories, and of course we have some new bits of information to bring you. I'll be live tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda, but until then, let's get cracking with the stories. So I'm going to start off with a bit of Premier League news, and three of football's biggest agencies have told the Premier League that they will see them in court should they try to introduce the highly controversial salary cap that has been discussed, or anchoring as it's being called. If you don't know about this, basically they're trying to limit the money that football clubs can spend to some factor of the lowest earning team in the Premier League. I'm not really up on it, to be honest with you, but I have known that there is a bit of a row brewing behind the scenes there. So as I've mentioned, three of football's biggest agencies have told the Premier League they will see them in court should they try to introduce this salary cap. Do let me know though what you guys think about the potential idea of a salary cap of sorts coming into the Premier League. For me, I just feel like they'll find a way around it like they always do with these things. Whatever rules are brought in, football clubs and their lawyers seem to find a way to fight them. Right, Alexander Isak played a few minutes for Sweden in their international break. Has another game coming up in the next few days. But this is what Isak has had to say about his injury and how he felt. I felt okay. I feel like the reaction was good after the match in my body. Hopefully, I can properly play in the next match against Slovenia on Tuesday. It's always frustrating when you're injured, regardless of whether it's one match or more. It's always worse for the player himself. It hasn't been optimal, but when I'm on the field, I don't give myself any excuses. I always want to play my game and perform. But yes, it's hard to be away and not be able to help and contribute. Now I'm back and I'm positive. There's not much that's easy in football, but experience will help you deal with things. That's how it is with injuries and all that. You learn and deal with it and get back on track the right way. So look, we want to see Isak back in a Liverpool shirt, and most importantly, we want to see the Reds find a way to get the most out of Alexander Isak. Will that be when Mohamed Salah goes to the AFCON? Well, we'll have a bit on AFCON in a moment, and Antoine Semenyo. I know Connor broke that story earlier on, but I'm going to give you a bit more detail on it. So, Pete O'Rourke has said this: Liverpool could opt to recall Harvey Elliott from his loan in January after Unai Emery seemingly doesn't see him as part of his first team. There's been a lot of mixed reporting around this. Some stories have said yes, Liverpool do have the option of recalling Harvey Elliott. Some say that they don't. I really don't know what the truth is, but like I've said many times, I do have a lot of sympathy for Harvey Elliott, because the one thing that he wanted, which is more game time, he hasn't been getting there. So let's wait and see what happens with it. Want to talk a little bit about the Egyptian national team now, and we know that there's another potential row brewing of when Liverpool will release Mohamed Salah for the AFCON. There is a friendly that Egypt have, I believe it's against Nigeria, coming up, and there's a bit of a row with Liverpool. Well, not a row, let's say a debate with Liverpool and Manchester City with Egypt over, of course, Mohamed Salah and Omar Marmoush. This is what has been said. Ibrahim Hassan, the director of the Egyptian national team, confirmed that Mohamed Salah and Omar Marmoush's position on participation with the Egyptian national team facing Nigeria on December 14th or not has not yet been finally determined. We are still in contact with Liverpool and Manchester City at the moment for this matter. Now, it does make a difference to us, of course, because if we can keep Mo a little bit longer, that means he'll be able to play a couple more games before he heads off. So let me know your thoughts on all of this one. I hate the fact that this particular tournament goes between winter and summer. Just make your mind up and have the tournament in one time frame, please and thank you. Right, Mohamed Salah has been awarded, he's been nominated for another award. He has been nominated among the top contenders for a major African football accolade alongside some of the contingents and continent's biggest talents, Morocco defender Hakimi and Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. So best of luck to Mo with that one. Of course, another award. Will he have room on the mantelpiece? That's what we're all asking here. I'm sure he probably does, or we can just build a bigger one. Right, Mohamed Salah, we know, due to head off to the AFCON with Egypt, but Connor broke a story to you earlier on that Liverpool are keen on a move for Antoine Semenyo. The Echo, the latest to write this. Now, I've dug a little bit deeper on this, not just this story from the Echo, but in general, and yes, the interest is sincere. Liverpool do see Semenyo as somebody that they'd like to bring in. What I've been unable to find out definitively is whether this would be a January move or whether we'd wait for the summer. The piece from the Echo said, with Salah due to play for Egypt at the African Cup of Nations in December and January, Liverpool are increasingly keen on a move for Semenyo, who would also be a long-term target. It does sound as if it's going to be January, and look, I can say to you that he is the one that Liverpool have singled out to bring in as the Salah replacement. What I can say to you is, if it's going to be in January or not, everybody I've spoken to today via message or on the phone said, and I say everybody, I make it sound like there's a big long list there. I spoke to 3 or 4 different people via messages and one on a phone call, and all of them believe that yes, he is going to be the one that Liverpool look to go for. I just don't know when. So it's seemingly Antoine Semenyo that Liverpool want to bring in to replace Salah. I know we all had lofty hopes and ambitions for the likes of Michael Olise, but I think this would be a clever move from Liverpool, because if we can get him in now, with Salah gone as well, he plays for Ghana, obviously, who aren't qualified for the AFCON. So thank you to everyone that helped me out with that one yesterday. So yeah, Antoine Semenyo to Liverpool. It looks like decision made, at least on the target. No decision made on the fee with Bournemouth, of course. That is still very much up for debate. Now, Liverpool are planning a serious bid for AZ Alkmaar's 19-year-old Netherlands midfielder Keith Smith. Let's be honest, when you heard Liverpool are planning a serious bid for AZ Alkmaar, you all thought Troy Parrott, right? After his heroics for Ireland yesterday, you didn't think I was going to be able to squeeze that one in again today, did you? Found a way. Of course, it isn't Troy Parrott. It is Keith Smith, spelled S-M-I-T. Arne Slot is approving the transfer, said Team Talk, for Schmidt, whose playing style has been compared to Barcelona midfield star Pedri. Now, it's easy to make comparisons. I don't know anything about this kid, but if he can even lace the boots of Pedri, he's going to be a good footballer. Slot managed AZ Alkmaar in 2020, with Schmidt coming through the youth ranks at the time. So do keep an eye on this situation, and we will see if indeed he does become a Liverpool player. Ibrahim Konate, let's talk about this, as Sacha Tavolieri has said that Liverpool have submitted a final contract proposal to Ibrahim Konate, as the club feels this is their most generous offer yet. Well, I know this is probably a wording and language thing, but the club doesn't need to feel it is. It either is or it isn't. Like, the numbers are going to add up. It's either the most expensive offer they've given him or it's not. So probably sounds more like this is the final proposal. This is the best we can do. Accepting it would place him among the highest paid earners at the club, said Sacha Tavolieri. And look, we've spoken about this. I've no problem with him getting a pay rise, but I don't think anywhere above 160, 170... he deserves it. I just don't think anything above that is realistic. He's on about 80, 85, I think, at the minute. Doubling his wages seems more than fair to me. There's still probably another contract renewal or 2 left in his career, so that's where I'm at with it. But do let me know yourselves what you would like with regards to a contract extension for Konate, how much you think he's worth per week. And finally, Peter O'Rourke has said that Dominik Szoboszlai is happy at Liverpool with his role in the team, so there should be a willingness from his side to try and get a new contract agreed. And of course, the news broke earlier this week that Liverpool are looking to tie down Dominik Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch to new deals. Obviously, Real Madrid's name keeps popping up in conversation. The latest one they're interested in is apparently Szoboszlai, but we all see him as a future leader. He's been our best player this season, and I'm sure that the club will do everything that they can to tie him down to a new deal. So that is where we're at for now, ladies and gents. We'll be here tonight at 8:45 to answer any questions you have around Semenyo. I can obviously give you more detail on these type of things over a longer format. Appreciate your support as always. Looking forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll see you back tonight at 8:45. Talk then. Bye-bye.